Okay, so this is called a horseshoe lace pattern, and it's a really good pattern to learn how to do lace on because the holes move through the lace in kind of very predictable, easy to understand pattern. Now, in the instructions I sent you, I mentioned that this horseshoe lace is a 10-stitch repeat. And the easy way to think about it is in a set of 3 at the beginning, 3 in the middle, and 4 at the end. And the 3 stitches in the middle you can see in this heavy rib, and especially if you look at the pink sample I sent you, that the 3 stitches in the middle are always doing the same thing. It's always a slip 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitched over. And this forms kind of this heavy rib in the middle. And then on either side of the rib we have holes moving towards the rib. So as we knit across the row from right to left, in each subsequent row the hole is knit after the stitch with a hole in the previous row, whereas on this side of the 10-stitch repeat the hole in the row you're knitting comes before the hole in the previous row. Now I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but if you think about this, always comes after the hole on the right side of the center rib, and this always comes before the hole on the left side of the rib. Then you can start knitting the pattern without having to look at every single row and count every single row. So I'll do a row here, and hopefully that will make sense and you can kind of understand how you can start knitting without, or how you can continue this knitting without looking at the pattern for every row. So as I said before, the first stitch is always a knit and it's not part of the pattern. So now I'm starting the pattern and I see that this first stitch is a hole. I look at it, I see it's a hole, so I'm going to knit in that one and make a hole after it. So I do a yarn over after it, and then I knit 2 more stitches, and that was my first set of 3. My second set of 3 is always the slip 1 knitwise, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over, and then I knit, I see this next stitch as a hole. I want a hole before it, so I do a yarn over, knit, and now I'm on a row where I have to do a purl as my 10th stitch. So let's try that again. So I see this is a hole, so I'm going to knit that and put a hole or a yarn over after it, knit, knit, then I'm going to make the rib in the middle by doing a slip 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over, knit, knit. The next stitch is a hole. I want to put a hole before it, so I do yarn over, knit, and then purl. And so we'll do the last one. So again, here's a hole, so I'm going to knit, yarn over, or make a hole after it, knit 2, make my center rib by knit 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over, knit, knit. There's a hole, so I'm going to do a hole before it, knit in the hole, purl, and that's it. So after you've done a couple of total pattern repeats, hopefully this will make sense on how to continue knitting without looking at the pattern for every single row.